As Christian Bale once said in The Dark Knight, I'm Batman. This episode is brought to you by our farm investor, Oblitzer8. Thanks for being part of Andy's Farm. So first up is Farmall. This is by DS Power, 10.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under productions. Now it's going to cost you 36 grand to place down, and obviously it's going to be a little bit of a grey mill with a little bit of a difference anyway. So you've got your loading in point just there, your production chain menu, and your pallet spawn. Well, I say pallet spawn point, they actually come in bags, which is interesting. Your production chain menu is just there, and your bags are just there. Now, these are not your normal bags. Whilst you can pick them up, great, no problem. You are going to need something a little different. So if we go in here, it's going to produce flour bio. So you can be doing your usual, your wheat, your long grain rice, your oats, your rice, sorghum, barley, usual sort of shenanigans on that. But you're also going to need something else as well. And you're going to find that in the actual shop itself. I mean, you can come down your mods and DLCs or go under pallets, entirely up to you. You're going to need packaging material. Now, you can pick up these pallets, boxes, whatever you want to call it. So they're easily moved about, no problem. You can also buy bags of bio flour if you wanted to from the shop. No problem. Now, obviously, all your stuff... I'm stuck. I've shut the door. Yeah, open the door, that's better. So your crop goes in there, your bags go into there as well. But you can sell the flour bio at normal selling points, which is alright indeed. I mean, the actual flour mill itself, it's looking alright. Little garden shed. Fair enough. Now, there is one option, which I found a little strange, to be fair, because it's a German or English option on the sign. But the German or English option on the sign, there's it's not a sign there. It's just a window stencil. But okay, unless they mean on the old blackboard, because we've got options there. Alright, fair enough. So in the construction menu, and when you click it down, you have the customization. So logo German or logo English. You go for whichever one you want. I reckon it might be that one actually, but alright, fair enough. Get some bio flour on the go. Right, next up is Houses Deep Ranch. This is by Namog Mod, 45.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him, as you can imagine, under farmhouses. Now, we've got a couple in this pack. So we've got 135 grand for the main house. We then got 135 grand for small house. We then got 85 grand for old house. We then got 85 grand for old house again. And then the last one on the end is the wooden house, which is also going to cost you 85 grand. Now, the first one, you got your wardrobe trigger just there, your sleep trigger on the outside. The second one, you've got to come over here. We'll open up that door. Oh, here we go. Here we go indeed. So we've got a... Looks like the house has been robbed. A little bit of a pantry on the go. You've got a kitchen there. Fair enough. I mean, someone's just chucked the chairs everywhere. A little bit of a sit-in room. It's all right. Can we open that door? Yes, we can. In there is going to be a bedroom. And behind door number 3 is going to be the bedroom. So you've got your sleep trigger just there. Your wardrobe trigger just there. Now, obviously, that seems to be the only one that you can go in. Because the next one, old house... Yeah, I mean, let's face it, the name gives it away. It does look in need of repair. We'll say that anyway. So you got your sleep trigger and your wardrobe trigger at the front. Then the old house number 2, sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger on the porch just there. And to finish it off, the old wooden house, you got your sleep trigger and wooden trigger, sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger on the porch there. That being said, that second one, I mean, it's the only one you can go inside, which is a little bit random, mind you. Now, we've got the side door. Can we go in there as well? Oh, we can. Into the kitchen that looks like it's been trashed. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I like that. Something a little different. Very nice. Right, next up is Smallwood Distributor. This is by Alex Star Rider. 2.95 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under productions. Now, it's going to cost you 25 grand. And that's the name would suggest. It's going to move... wood from one area to another. Now, you've got your loading in point there. You have got a pallet spawn point just there. So if we go into the production chain menu, come on. There we are. That's better. Currently, I've got it storing, so obviously it's going to be put in the pallets out the front. But if you want to move it to another facility, you put it on distributing, and then whatever you've got left in there should then get sent over to like a carpentry or a sawmill, that sort of thing. Or if you just want to move the pallets out, there you are. Load of locks. Oh, why not? I mean, obviously, you'd put this down, say like you're doing a bit of forestry up in the woods, up in the mountains, chuck one of these down, and you don't have to cart your logs down the mountain. Oh, fair enough. Right, next up is Barn. This is by Radix Games, 13.31 megabyte on the download, and as you can imagine, you're going to find it under sheds. That's going to cost you 15 grand to place down, and to be fair, looking alright on the old texture work. So we've got this little door there, opens up like that. It's got a little bit of a workshop-ish style thing. So we've got these doors that open up like that. So we'll do that one, and then we'll do that one. And once you get inside, that's going to be your main storage area. And we have got this door that opens up that side. It's got a drive-through option on the go there. And we have got the stairs that go, as you can imagine, up the stairs. Ah, there you are, a little bit of a hayloft. Alright, fair enough. I mean, nicely detailed. I mean, even inside, the brickwork is looking great. Oh, I like that. I mean, you're not going to get massive vehicles in there, mind you, but something on the edge of your farm? Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Wood Shelter. This is by Macca, 5.64 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sheds, and it's going to cost you 2.5 grand to place down. And to be fair, it's a simple shed. It's a bit of a, well, lean-to if you had it against another building. You've got plenty of space on the go. I mean, you could use it to house your header trailers. You know, nice entrance on both ends. But to be fair, it's open all sides, let's face it. You know, plenty of space to be getting in there. You're not going to have to mess around with turning them around. Oh, fair enough. Right, next up is Small Shed. This is by Radix Games, 3.85 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, under sheds is where you're going to find it. Now, 2 grand to place down. And, yeah, the name is spot on. Because it is small, let's face it. But just because it's small doesn't mean it can't look good. Because that does look good. I mean, texturing, I mean, you've got the concrete posts at the bottom, a little bit of a spare tyre on the go. I mean, you're not going to store a massive amount under there, but, you know, a few bales, a few pallets, maybe an odd piece of equipment now and again. Yeah, very nice. And next up is the American Midwest Fertilizer Shed. This is by ICAS, 18.65 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under silos. Now, it's going to cost you 140 grand to place down. It's going to hold 1.5 million litres. That is all right indeed. Now, we have got a couple of options on the old customization. So you've got your solar panels, yes or no, and then you can change the colour, as you can see, like we've done here. I mean, you could go for the unlimited colour mod if you wanted to. But, all right, fair enough. Now, you got your loading in point just there for you. We'll come around here and we'll go through the side door. There we are, like that. You've got a taken out point just there. We've got drive-through options on these two doors, which is very nice indeed. So you haven't got to worry about turning it around. Yeah, if you've got one of those trailers that's got like the swivel axe on the front, yeah, yeah, don't like them at all, but okay, fair enough. I mean, in here you got basically a wash bay. I mean, you haven't got a jet wash in here, so you could push one in, not a problem. Use that as your wash bay, very nice indeed. When we come around here, we'll open up this door. There we are. We've got another storage facility. So you've got your taking out point just there. We'll come around this side, out the side like that. There we are. And there's your loading in point. Alright, fair enough. Plenty of options on the go with that one. Right, next up is Granny's Knitwear. This is by Def's Pledge, 0.92 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. Now, it's going to cost you 5 grand. That's all. 5 grand, that is alright indeed. So you got your loading in point just there. You got your pallet spawn point just there. And then we've got your production chain menu just here. Now, you can be making clothes, obviously, but you can make it straight from cotton, from fabric, or straight from wool. So you could potentially get away with not needing a spinnery. And it's only going to cost you 5 grand. Oh, that's a bargain. And next up is Open Chicken Coop. This is by Namog Mod, 7.03 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under chickens. Now, we've got two versions here, both going to cost you 2 grand, and both going to hold 31 chickens to start with. Yeah, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Now, obviously, you got the fenced in version, you got your open plan version, we'll call it that anyway. So you got your loading in point for your feed, animal dialogue box, and your egg pallet spawn point. And you can open the door as well, so if you fancy going in and picking the eggs yourself, going down the old immersive route, carry on, no problem. Now, when it comes to fences, obviously fencing there, you can extend it like you normally would do, that's great. This one, on the other hand, also comes with the ability to change the fence. But we'll click one down and we'll extend the fence out. Do you want to customize the fence? Yes. There's no fence on there, so you can't see where you've put it, which is random. So you don't know where you're going to be placing your fence down. So just bear that in mind. Maybe go for this one, be a little bit easier for you to see. But all right, fair enough. I like the style of them though. Right, next up is Horsch Stable. This is by Seller Bookie, 16.45 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under horses. Now, this is going to cost you 80 grand to place down, and it's going to hold 16 horses. Now, you do have the option to expand the meadow at the back if you fancy, so you could potentially get more than 16 horses in here, but all right, fair enough. You got this gate that opens if you fancy, you know, going down the old immersive route of bringing a trailer down. Then we'll come around here. This first bit is a great big indoor riding hall, which is all right indeed. And we'll come up here, see if this door opens. No, it doesn't, just for decoration. So come out here, this door opens up like that. Then inside is going to be your stables. So obviously you go get your horse, you bring him in here, have a little bit of a ride around inside. Little sand on the ground, that is all right indeed. There's me horses. You all right? All right, yeah, you carry on. Have a little trot around in the sunshine, why not? We've got this door that opens up this end, so we'll go through there like that. There we are. Animal dialogue box is just there for you. We'll spin it back round, and here is going to be your feed and your loading input for your straw. All right, no problem. Right, next up is Feed Mixing Plants XXL. This is by DS Power, 8.15 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under production chains. Now, we've got two different versions. So you've got one for making a bit of TMR, going to cost you 50 grand, and also for 50 grand, one for making a bit of pig food. Now, what I do like about these is you do have the sticker, label, whatever you want to call it. So that's the cow one. Then obviously we've got the pig one over here. Now they work both the same. So you get your taking out point out the spout. You then got your loading in point at the top. So you might need, well, you could have that Baler high dump trailer, or maybe like a wheel loader, that sort of thing. Then obviously you've got your production chain menu just there. So your pig food's going to do your pig food, obviously. It's going to use the full lot. So you've got your potatoes, your corn, your wheat, and your canola. You've got a different recipe there. Potatoes, sorghum, barley, and soybeans. And then for the other one, which is going to be the mix for cow feed, so you can do your hay, your silage, your straw, and your mineral feed. Or, yeah, get rid of the mineral feed. Just go for this one, hay, silage, and straw. Fairly easy way of making a bit of TMR and pig food. Right, next up is Greenhouse Wood. This is by NASA B82, 3.82 megabyte on the download. And the first bit is going to be found under greenhouses. 54 grand to place down. Obviously, that's going to be your starting point. We then come over to these two, and they're going to be found onto productions. So you've got two different versions here. So you've got your carpentry for 15 grand, and then you've got your sawmill there for 20 grand. Now, this is awesome. So you load all your stuff in there. There's your pallet spawn point. Different log types, that's all right. I mean, you've got wood chips that come out in the pallet as well. And then you've got your production chain menu just here. So we'll click on that. So you've got your wood. You can make it out of, well, let's face it, water, seeds, and liquid fertilizer. You can also make it out of seeds and water, or you can make it out of seeds, water, and solid fertilizer. Obviously, the ones with the extras is going to give you a little bit extra. Fair enough. Now, once you've made your wood, you can either have it palletized at the front there, or you can send it directly over to one of these pairs. So you've got your pallet spawn points at the side, you've got your loading in points just there, and you've got your production chains behind door number 1. There we are. So this is going to be your sawmill one. You make your usual shenanigans there. So your wood, well, your planks long, your planks, your prefab wall, and your wood beams, obviously made from the wood that you've got from your wood greenhouse. And then this one is going to be your carpentry. So potentially you could take the wood from there, or you could take the stuff from that one. Just have it on old distribution, and it'll move across without you having to do anything, which would be all right. So furniture from planks long, furniture from planks, and furniture from wood. Wow, fair enough. I like that. I mean, obviously, a little bit of a shed design on those productions, but this one, that's ace. I mean, these pallets, you can't pick them up. I have got the liftable pallet mod on, although these are still coming out at 400 kilos. They look ace, though. I mean, you just grown some tree trunks. That's got to be a well easy way to get wood. Right, next up is Safety Weight. This is by Bion Gamers, 4.7 megabyte on the download. As you can imagine, it's going to be found under weights. Now, this has got a 200 kilo weight for 2,100 to buy. Then you got the option of configuration bumper, weight 700 kilo, or bumper. So it's either 200 kilo or 700. Then you got your decal options: Lizard, Fendt, Massey Ferguson, Voucher, Agco, JCB, New Holland, John Deere, Steyr, McCormick, Deutz-Fahr, Case IH, Class, Kubota, or nothing. So obviously you go match it up to the tractor that you're using. Fair enough. Your main colour is going to be your main colour, like that. You then got your frame colour. We'll spin it around the back. There we are. That is going to be those bits. You then got your weight colour itself. Well, I'll go for green. It's going to do that bit. All right. Need a weight on the tractor? Get one of these on the go. Right, next up is weight 2,500 kg, 1,800 kg, 1,200 kg. This is by David Martinez AM Modding, 1.13 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under weights, as you can well imagine. Now, we're starting off with a 1.2 ton, so it's going to cost you 1,200. You then got the option of stickers. So you've got standard, Antonio Carrero, Case, Challenger, Class, Deutz-Fahr, Fendt, Fiat, JCB, John Deere 2, Kubota, Landini, Lintner, McCormick, Massey Ferguson, New Holland, Same, Stara, Steyr, Voucher, Zetor, and then back to nothing. So basically every brand. You go for whichever one you want. Then you got designs, you got standard, your guides. All right, so we'll, there you are, put those on the corners like that. All right, fair enough. Then you got your design colour, which is obviously going to be the colour. Let's face it. Now, if you're thinking 1.2, no, I need a little bit more than that. Well, you got two other versions, as the name of the mod suggests. So same options as before, but we've got a 1.8 ton weight for 1,800, and then we've also got the 2,500, the 2.5 ton weight, obviously with the same options. I mean, I'd probably just go with that one because I like Fendt. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is Forrestry Pallet. This is by Shift Heads Landon. 0.17 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under pallets. Now, this is ace. I do like this. It's only going to cost you 70. Now, it is going to weigh 50 kilos, so that potentially means we can pick it up. Yes. And if you notice there, got a little bit of a silhouette on a couple of things. So if we get a chainsaw out, there we are. We can put the chainsaw onto the pallet. And then also, if we go and get a spray can, we can put a spray can as well. So you can have two chainsaws, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 7 cans of spray paint on there, and then we can pick it up and move it around if you really wanted to. I mean, obviously it's a pallet, you probably would normally use pallet forks, might you, but that's ace. You want to get your stuff out, you just come up to it, take your chainsaw, there we are, then we'll take our spray can, away we go. Oh, fair enough. So next up is the Bednar BatWing. This is by Gaming Joy, 4.63 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mowers. Wow, this looks awesome. Oh, like I said in the intro, I'm a man. Oh, fair enough indeed. Now, it's got 125 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 7 meter working width with a 15 mile an hour working speed for 40 grand. And to be fair, it just looks awesome. I mean, it really does. I mean, obviously, Batman, yeah, definitely. All in black, got to be for the win. So you do have the option of Trelleborg, BKT, and then Trelleborg on the tyres. Trash fan in the middle, yes or no. You then got your main colour. Now, to be fair, yeah, that's going to be your main colour. You then got your detail colour. We'll go over blue. Going to do those bits. Then got your frame colour. We'll go over yellow. It's going to do those bits. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. But, no, Just go for the black version. That's ace. I mean, we'll unfold it, we'll turn it on and lower it down. Oh, we're mowing like Batman. Fair enough. Right, next up is the Horsch Tiger 8MT. This is by Pippo LP, 8.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this is going to require 440 horsepower from your tractor, 7.5 meter working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for a touch under 80 grand. We then do have the option of fertilizer distribution unit. So it's going to put all the pipework on there, although it doesn't have a capacity on it, so you will need a supplementary tank on the front of your tractor. And we then got the top ring roller, yes or no. So that's going to be putting those bits on the back. All right, fair enough. And next up is the John Deere CCS 2117. This is by Miotto Modding, 12.34 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under planters. Now, it's got a 4,320 litre capacity, 205 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 7.6 metre working width with a 7 mile an hour working speed for 77 grand if you don't have some of the optional extras on. So we'll turn those off. There we are. Now we've even got fertilizer distribution unit. Turn that off totally. It's even got 700. It's extra. All right. I mean, let's go. So it's 77,700 to buy as standard, which is the base version with nothing on it. All right, fair enough. I mean, that puts it down to 1,135 litre capacity, but all right, fair enough. So you do have the option of yes. So that's got the old distribution unit on it. Now we do have some extra options when that goes on, which is interesting. It's got spring protection, none or yes. I can put those on there. We also have a yes again, which is going to give it a slightly bigger capacity. So the standard version, 4320, and then that goes up to 4735. And then we go back to no, the original. We do have the option on joints. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then number 5, and then back to number 1. So that's going to be your mounting point for your trailer hitch. Spring protection, yes or no. You then got lights, none or yes. So I'd imagine these can be round the back. Let's have a little look. Around there. Any lights? Oh, they're on the top there. The little ones. All right, fair enough. Cutting system. So we've got discs. We've got furrow, or furrower even. So we've got the discs. Then we've got the furrower. And then we've got back to the discs. Oh, so those underneath. There we are. A little plough blades. All right, fair enough. And you've got ridge markers, yes or no. Now, obviously, this is fairly wide, 7.6 metres. So I would suggest putting it on a low loader to transport it, because I think you're going to get stuck going down most of the roads on any given map. But all right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Lizard PS15. This is by JD Muggenhag, 4.54 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under fertilizer spreaders. Now, it starts off with a 600 litre capacity, 14 metre working width, with a 12 mile an hour working speed for 3 grand. That's not that bad at all. You can then change the capacity up to 1,000 litres, and then 1,500 litres, and then back to 600 litres. You then got your main colour, which is going to be the main frame, and then design colour, which is obviously going to be the actual tub itself. Now, if you're thinking, I don't want one that goes on a 3-point, I want a tow behind, wow, they've got you covered as well. So same sort of shenanigans on the go. So your 600, your 1,000 and your 1,500 litre capacity, but the only other option you have is the wide tyres or standard. They look well wide. Oh, fair enough. And you do have the option to change the rim colour to, let's face it, anything you like nowadays. Those tyres look ace on that. And next up is your Lizard T4000C fuel tank. This is by JD Modding ARG, 6.43 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, as the name would suggest, 4,000 litre capacity, and it's going to cost you 7.5 grand. We do have a few options as well. So we've got your Continental, Trelleborg, or Continental, though Trelleborg comes with wide tyres. That looks all right straight away. Then you've got decorative water tank. So yes or no, which puts that on the top. You got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. The water tank colour, if you have gone for that option, is going to be that one. Oh, I like that purple. That's all right. Your stripe colour, we'll go with a green. It's going to do, that didn't really change that much. So go for a darker green. There we are. Going to change your stripe on there. Brand decal colour, we'll go with a blue. It's going to do those bits. And then your rim colour at the end is going to be your rims. I mean, swivel axle on the front. I mean, I say this all the time with swivel axle. Yeah, just drive forward. It's so much easier. Well, next up is the Massey Ferguson LB2234 XD Gen 2 Baler. Man, that's a long name. This is by KRKZ Modding, 18.08 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be found under balers. Now, this requires 200 horsepower from your tractor, and it's going to do 180 to 240 centimeter square bales. It's going to cost you 130 grand if you have it with the twine already installed. I'd say installed, filled up. Yeah, if you got the twine already put in, you do have the option of Raderstein, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, then back to Raderstein. And we have got on the Michelins, we've got some Y tyres. Ooh, indeed. And then you've got the option, obviously, to have your twine or empty. And then your main colour. Well, let's go for purple. It's going to, wow. I'd say, yeah, it doesn't go with the red, mind you. I'd say stick with the black on that one. But all right, fair enough. I mean, 15 mile an hour on the old baling, that's all right, that is. Right, next up is the Lizard 20-ton trailer. This is by Fast Farming, 17.03 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under trailers. Now, it starts off with 24,000 litre capacity for 23 grand, although we do have some optional extras. No, there we are. That's your standard base version. So 24,000 as standard. You then put an extension on, which puts it up to 40,000. Extension number 2, which is also 40,000. All right, what's the difference between the extensions? Our one's got slots on the side and one hasn't. Then you got your 36. So you've gone from a 40 down to a 36. All right, fair enough. You got 24 again as standard. Although to be fair, as soon as you go back, it puts the cover back on. All right, fair enough. You then got your option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Raderstein, and then back to Trelleborg. You've got some standard and standard 2s in there. Side markers, yes or no. We're just going to put those down the side. Rear decal, so you have it as standard, or you can have it as red. Oh, it's the ones on the bottom on the mud flap. All right, fair enough. New mud guard, yes or no. All right, where's the new mud guard? I mean, is that new? It's just changing the stickers, but okay. Front ladder. There we are, front ladder. So you've got ladder on the front, a catwalk and ladder, or nothing. Then you've got your body colour, which is obviously going to be the main body. Your secondary colour is going to be the top bit. And then your tension belt colour. Tension belts in the trailer. All right, fair enough indeed. I mean, that looks all right in the grey, though. I mean, 40,000? That's to sort you out nicely. And next up is the Slurry Tender 21,000. This is by Omar Emery, 11.33 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Slurry Transport. Now, it's got a 21,000 litre capacity, as the name would suggest, 170 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 49 mile an hour top speed. Although it's a trailer, so it's however fast the truck's going to go. But all right, fair enough. 31 grand, and it comes in this nice matte grey finish. Now, it is just for transportation of your slurry. It's not a spreader. So if you're looking for a spreader, this might not fit in. But that being said, if you're looking for a tanker just to move some stinky stuff around, this might sort you out nicely. Right, next up is the Betimax RDS 7500. This is by owner Emery, 4.07 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the animal transport. Now, it's going to cost you 24 grand to buy, and it's going to be able to do 10 sheep, 9 pigs, and 6 cows individually, not all at the same time. Oh, fair enough. Now, obviously, you are going to have to take it up to your animal dealer, but if you're going down the road of the immersiveness, yeah, this could be right up your street. And next up is the Joskin AquaTrans 7300. This is by Privet and Lemmerkeep 411. 4.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under animals. Now, it's going to cost you 9.5 grand. As the name would suggest, 7,300 litre capacity, and it's going to do your usual shenanigans. So you've got your milk, you've got your buffalo milk, your water, liquid fertilizer, and your herbicide. Now, you do have the option of Trelleborg, BKT, Raderstein, then back to Trelleborg on the tyres. We've got some wides on there, that's all right. Then you've got hose connection, water trough. All right, where's the At the back, water trough hose connection. All right, fair enough. You then got drawbar eye on the old attacher. We've got drawbar eye, K80, or the drawbar eye. Accessories is going to be obviously all those little extra bits. So spin it around. There we are. That's better. It's going to be those bits. The barrel itself, I'm not sure if I want to take the stainless steel off. Although, oh, indeed. A dark stainless steel. That looks all right indeed. And then your base frame is obviously going to be the actual base frame itself. That being said, actually, no, we'll go base frame. We'll go with black. Oh, indeed. That is looking good, I must admit. Dark grey, chrome, stainless steel, whatever you want to call it. That is looking ace. Right, next up is the Lizard VM44 1997. This is by Blackbird Modding, 3.32 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under tankers. Now, 44,000 litre capacity, 22 grand to buy. You do have the option of signalling cone, yes or no. All right, fair enough. So if you just want to mark out a little bit of an area as you're unloading. You then got your main colour. No, it's chrome. All right, let's do the usual then. All right, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Then you got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims, but to be fair, no, leave it on. Shiny chrome for the win. And the last mod for the day is the map. Now I'm going to try and pronounce this. Sobolewo. We'll go with that anyway. This is by Tomix, 274.98 megabyte on the download, and it does have some required mods. 5 to be precise, and I'll put them up on the screen there for you. So obviously, if you want to play on this map, yeah, 5's not bad. I mean, we've seen a lot worse, let's face it. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to use 1,056 slots. Now, if you come on New Farmer as well, you're going to be owning a bit of land. So you got Start Farm there, 159. You get Field 14, you get Field 133, 136, and then 135, and the rest of the map looks a bit like this. Now obviously this start farm has got some pigs on it. There is an alternative start farm over here. If you go for 64, if you buy that 800 grand, that's going to give you a start farm with some cows, so entirely up to you. But this is a start farm that everybody will be, well, if you come on New Farmer anyway, that's the one that you're going to be starting with. Now obviously on New Farmer, you're going to have some equipment as well. So what have we got with that? Well, we've got the Challenger MT635, the FarmTech EDK650, the Horsch Credo 3, the Horsch Versa, the John Deere 3650, the Noche Crossmax 300, the Noche Eco Cultivator 300, the Massey Ferguson MF8570, the Massey Ferguson MF8570 header, and then the Massey Ferguson 8570 trailer. Obviously, that's sort of smallish equipment. And to be fair, looking at the field sizes on the map, yeah, you're probably going to be about right with that sort of thing. Now, start farm itself, we've got Grandpa Walter there, just, chilling, as you do. So over here, we've got our sleep trigger just there. Does that mean that we've got a wardrobe trigger around the front, changing your trousers, changing your pants, whilst people just drive by? All right, fair enough. You do you. I mean, I've got these gates that open up like that, so obviously out you go, carrying on. Now, this is I'd say a farmyard. It's not really a farm, because your fields are sort of a little bit spread out. But, all right, okay, no problem. So you've got your silo just there, loading in, load out at that point. Then come around here, you've got our tractor, our Challenger just there. Got this building, we can open up those doors. Plenty of space inside. Also, you've got a fuel tank that's going to hold 10,000 litres. I'm just thinking, if the loading in point's there, is that a bit, or can you get it through the wall? Let's have a little look. If we can put the old Challenger a little bit closer, can we get the old trigger through the wall? Actually, let's just reverse it into the shed. I'm not sure if this is going to work actually. Can I get it in? Oh, it's a little bit tight, mind you. I'm not sure if you can fill it up from there. Oh, the icon's too close to the wall. I mean, I could be wrong. Alright, fair enough. We'll leave it there anyway. So then you come around here, And we've got an animal pen just here. So this is going to be your pigs for you. So that's going to hold 25 pigs. So you've got your feed and your straw going into that point. Let's have a little look inside. Oh, little pig's going to be going in there. All right, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Spin it back around there. There's your silage taking out point. Does that mean the pigs go out the back as well? Oh, hold on. Let's put some in. Let's put some pigs in. Why not? There we are. So we'll put in... Oh, we'll do some small ones. 25. Yes. Oh, there we go. A little pigsty at the back. Ah, look at him. Just having a little wander along. Yeah, all right, I'm going. Fair enough. All right, let's shut this door. Make sure my bacon sandwiches don't run off. So we'll come over here. And we've got another little building just here for you. So we'll go and open up these doors. There we are. A little bit more storage space for you. And potentially a little bit of a workshop. Obviously, there's no trigger in here, mind you. So you have to take your vehicle somewhere else. But do you know what? Not a bad little setup. Got these gates here. It's a little bit of a side driveway. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Now, obviously, this is based on sort of like European style farming. You know, you don't have massive fields, not in Europe anyway. So obviously that's very in keeping with that sort of thing. So small to medium-ish, maybe some a little bit larger than others, but that sort of thing, I don't think you're going to have a problem using the start farm equipment. Certainly not to get going anyway. And if you do like that sort of map, this could be straight up your street. A couple of updates as well. It's got the Converland Eco Map by Ben, the Lizard Z263 by Clonic, the American Midwest Cold Storage by ICAS, and the Small Farmhouse by BK Mods.